Whoop whoop! Hey everybody, welcome to another beautiful Friday afternoon out here in West Vancouver. It was one of those days. You can see I'm double insulated. Layers is important. It was very misty the most of the day, and then it cleared, and then it was misty. I mean, you can still see the mist on the top of the mountain. It's absolutely beautiful. Perfect fireplace and I guess wine weather. Not that I drink wine. Fireplace and gin weather. Anyway, so we got some great news today. We got a notification on the Canada immigration portal that we can now access invitation to pre-arrival services. We didn't know what that meant, but basically it is if you are not in Canada and you have to come to Canada, what the government has is if you qualify for very confusing, to be quite honest. The bottom line is that it means that you can now access the services of the government to help you plan for your move to Canada. We are already in Canada, so that doesn't, it's not for us. But basically it means that something is happening on our application. So in other words, they are looking at our application. We are in some form of approval process or some form of system. We tried Googling it, but there's just so much different information online. On the CRA website, it actually says that you can only be invited for pre-arrival services if your PR has been approved and you are outside of Canada. Then you can access pre-arrival services. But then on their Twitter account, they say, look, the invitation to pre-arrival services does not mean that your PR has been approved yet. Basically, I think from everything that we learned, it means that they've had a look at the application and that everything looks fine and you qualify and everything looks in place. And in principle, you kind of have been approved. Now they just need to finalize the background checks. And as soon as the background checks are done, they will send you your actual PR and they will ask you for your passport and put in your PR apparently. So it's great news, you know, whatever it means they're working on it, they're looking at it, and things are moving along. Now online people were saying, you know, some people said they got their PR within 7 days after receiving this invitation for pre-arrival services. Other people said it takes 3 months. Other people said it took them 15 days. So it's kind of all over the place. But bottom line is, it's going forward. It looks like we are almost there. We can't wait. I'm pretty sure Angelique would love it because she can start finding a job. And then basically, yeah. We would be so happy because then we settled. We can take out our life insurance policies. We know that we are here to stay, which is great. And then we can also travel. Wouldn't it be awesome if we get our PR before we even get our work permit extensions? We were actually joking, me and Belinda, and saying, maybe the guy was sitting there going, they've got a PR application in +2 work permit extensions. It would be silly to do the work permit extensions and then the PR. So let me just do the PR and then I can dump the work permit extensions. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, and in other news, I went to a walk-in clinic for the first time today. Connor had he's got some, I don't know, something in his eye. There was some infection in his eye, so his top eyelid, her left top eyelid was all swollen up and it had some, you know, pus draining out, and so there was some sort of infection, and we were like, oh gosh, you know, we need to now try and get him somewhere and get it fixed. So we first thought of taking him to the doctor, but I mean, the earliest we can get an appointment at our family doctor is 2 weeks from now. And then we thought about taking him to the emergency, you know, just to the Lionsgate Hospital where we always go. But I mean, that's like for emergencies more. So we found a little walk-in clinic just down here in Dunderave. And we thought, well, let's give it a go. So me and Connor went down there, and I got to tell you, it was, you know, didn't wait much longer than I would wait at my doctor in South Africa, even if I did have an appointment. I think we walked in, gave the name up, and we sat there for about 40 minutes, saw the doctor, very friendly doctor, older doctor. What was his joke? He says, I don't know if he knows other South Africans or something. He's like, I've been around since the Boer War. So I'm like, okay, cool. Anyway, very friendly doctor, very helpful. And he gave Connor an antibiotic script. So it was actually a pleasure. So basically, I think to just take a step back and explain how I see the medical services at the moment. It's like, you've got your family doctor. This is the guy that you make appointments with. You go and see him regularly. And he kind of looks after your health, and you know, he's the guy that's going to monitor you and help you to live a healthy life. Then you've got the walk-in clinics, which is the guy where, shit, I got a big headache now, or I need antibiotics now, or I need something right now. You can go there, you wait an hour, or between 30 minutes, I guess, and an hour and a half. And he sees you and he gives you the medicine and you're off to go. At the walk-in clinic, they can't do scans and blood tests and stuff like that. It's like a family doctor. You just don't need an appointment. You can go there. And then the last one is the emergency, the hospitals. And that's where, you know, there you can walk in and the doctor looks at you, but then they can also put you in, do the scan. They can do the blood tests, they can do everything right there, which is quite cool. But I mean, the Canadian healthcare system, and especially the emergency services, are under pressure at the moment. I mean, it's not news, it is a fact. They are under pressure. Every day in the news you see places where and nurses and doctors talking about the emergency rooms and the emergency services and how under pressure they actually are, staff shortages and stuff like that. So you don't want to just like, yeah, I've got a bit of an infection, I'm going to go hold up the emergency services. You know, that's also, or the emergency room at the hospital, that's also not ideal. So, you know, we all got to do our part. Anyway, guys, look, a lot of rambling today. You all must have an absolutely beautiful Friday, and we'll speak again soon. Cheers.